the hell he gonna be the governor over black people in a black land? Tell me how that happened.
That ain't possible.
It is possible. You got sin. You got who in office? You got Trump in office. You got who else? Joe Biden is over niggas today. Joe Biden's over blacks today. That's how it happened. Sin. When you fall into sin, when you leave God's laws, that's how all these other nations get put over us. That's how you have Chinese men in Africa building airports for Africa. You got all those able damn bodies in Africa, and you can't build an airport. We the smartest people on earth. How does that happen? Sin. Sin holds us back.
Now, that were in the church, that was at Antioch, certain prophets.
Certain prophets, let's see what they were. Read.
And teachers. As Barnabas and Simeon, that was called nigger.
They was called what?
Nigger.
Called what?
Nigger.
What were they called, Brother Johnny?
Niggas.
It was called nigger. Nigger is a Latin word for black. You see what I'm saying? That's all they was called, a byword called nigger, called black. Those blacks right there. Read.
And Lucius of Cyrene.
And Lucius of Cyrene. That's in Africa. So you had another black brother from Africa. They just called him the Cyrene, okay? Read.
And Manon.
And who?
And Manon.
And Manon too as well.
Which had been brought up with Herod.
And brought up with the white man. So this is how they came to the conclusion that they wanted to be called Jewish. They was brought up in our schools, just like you got interracial schools that Martin Luther King fought for. Now they say they got the civil rights just like a black American. They got the civil rights just like a Native American. Now they got the civil rights just like a black American that's over in our land. They the Jewish now. They done took our whole nationality. Now they the Jewish people in our land that we just showed you. The apostles were called what? Nigger. It was called blacks. They were going to our school, learn our teachings, learn our Bible, learn our laws, and now they're saying they're the people. Is that connecting with you? Are you seeing that? Herod and his people, the Idumeans, today they call white Americans, today they call what? British Americans, Caucasians, today they call what? French Caucasians, and today they call Jewish over there in the land of Israel, our homeland. Right. Brother Antonio, is that connecting with you? Are you following? You seeing that? So you had people called nigger, called black. You had Job called himself black in the Bible. Finish that out.
Herod, the Tetrarch.
That means governor. He's the governor. How in the hell he gonna be the governor over black people in a black land? Tell me how that happens.
That ain't possible.
It is possible. You got sin. You got who in office? You got Trump in office. You got who else Joe Biden is over niggas today. Joe Biden's over blacks today. That's how it happens. Sin. When you fall into sin, when you leave God's laws, that's how all these other nations get put over us. That's how you have Chinese men in Africa building airports for Africans. You got all those able damn bodies in Africa, and you can't build an airport. We the smartest people on earth. How does that happen? Sin. Sin holds us back. You know, it doesn't matter if you have the Jay-Z's, the Oprah Winfrey's. It don't matter if you have the distinguished guys like what's some distinguished guys up there with the guy that built the internet, and I think he's Nigerian. He started it, but where is he at today? Uplifting his people. Nowhere, because the white man is not going to let you get too far. And God is not going to let you get too far without what? Keeping his laws. Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 32. So what we bringing out is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people. We proving it what? Through the Bible. Not like the Christianity church. It's a difference. it's a difference between Bible and Christianity. Christianity goes off of white supremacy, what the white man has taught us after slavery. The Bible is what the apostles taught, what Christ went over with the apostles. And then he taught us. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So, when you read that, Brother Chris, what comes to mind off of that? My sons and daughters been given to another people. Were Chinese people given to another people?
Nope.
Brother Antonio, was Chinese people or East Indians given to another people?
The Tower of Babel. You know the Tower of Babel?
Yeah, those
So
are Babylonians.
You feel me? So I'm guessing like everybody was dropped off in they certain places. That's why we talk different languages today.
Yeah, I see what you said.
Yeah.
The Tower of Babel means confusion. Yep. Okay, Brother Chris. So Brother Johnny, you said Chinese people weren't given to another nation, because another thing when you're reading the Bible, God's dealing with nations. You understand me? He's not dealing with an individual group of French, or individual group of white Americans. No, he's talking about the whole white race, including all of them scattered around. He's talking about the whole black, Hispanic, and Native race.
What club was that at?
Admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
With the Zulu nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
See what I'm saying? So as a race, maybe 2 or 3 or 1,000 whites or Chinese male or East Indians might have been put into slavery, but they weren't put into slavery like who? Black Americans.
Right.
Like who? Africans over there in Africa today.
Right.
They were what? Colonized. South Americans were what? Colonized and enslaved. Native Americans were colonized in their homeland and pushed to the shitholes of what? Oklahoma. Or what? All them desert lands over there too. What? They found oil and they wanted to deal with those people. You see what I'm saying? You see that chase of the, what's that? Flower Moon?
Flower Moon.
Killers of the Flower Moon. You seen that yet?
I ain't seen that.
Hey, you should check it out. It's about your people. What the white man came over here and did to them. When they found oil in Oklahoma, then they wanted to befriend them, marry them, and kill them off. Just like they do anywhere. And to get their land, to get their oil. Read on.
And thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
So when our brothers and sisters were taken, and so we going over, come closer. We're going over blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans history in the Bible. We went over Job was a black man, and we went over some other apostles, Paul, Barnabas. They were called nigger. Nigger is a Latin word for black, just to bring you up to speed. And me and Brother Johnny, Brother Antonio, Brother Chris, we identified from those scriptures that the apostles and them, just like Christ, were a black nation of African Americans and Hispanics. Now we're going over some of the curses to help identify those people as the people of the Bible. So God said these curses will fit the people of the Bible. So when you read that from the top, what's your name, brother?
Julian Dixon.
Brother Julian Dixon. Okay. All right, and brother, what's your name, sir?
Minister Joe Prochet.
Minister Joe. Okay. So when we read this in the Bible, who are we actually identifying? Because he said this would be an identifying marker. Read that from the top. Everybody.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So I told Brother Johnny, when we read the Bible, God is talking to people as a nation, not as individuals of 1,000 or even 1,000,000. He's talking to a whole nation. So he's talking to this nation. Read on.
And their eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
So who would you say this fits right here as we continue reading? Who off the top of your head would you say this fits?
Black nation.
As a black nation, right off the top of your head, right? You haven't heard nothing in the history books about a Chinese man going into what captivity as a nation of people. Read on.
And there shall be no might in thy hands.
Have we gone back to the west coast of Africa? Have we gone back to the east coast of Africa? Only a handful of us, and once they started to do that, what did the white man say? Oh, hell no. We can't, don't send them all back. Why? Because they got to keep this whole machine going, us being on the bottom and being the slave workers.
Divide and conquer. The white man said
There you go, divide and conquer. Read.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models.